Happy belated Thanksgiving to everyone. It is your girl, the retail boss, with my handsome king, Curtis Merriweather.
What's going on, y'all?
And we tried yesterday to come live and tell y'all happy Thanksgiving, but I was having some problems with my technology, so you guys could not hear us. But that's all right, because we are here for you guys today, and hopefully everyone has been in the salon working all day. Mm-hmm. And I know y'all been retailing all day because it's Black Friday. And we all know what Black Friday means. Black Friday means everybody should have been making up for being in the red all year on this one particular day that everybody tries to go hard and make up for those dollars that they did not make throughout the year. So here we are. We are here to talk to you guys about government contracting for cosmetology professionals. And I have heard your cries. You guys, a lot of you guys have contacted me. We've had one-on-one conversations about how I became a government contractor as a cosmetologist. Some of you guys are trying to figure out how to come from behind the chair and get to the point to where eventually you can retire out. Some of you guys are just looking for a change and want to expand your businesses. And a lot of you guys have been trying to figure out, how did you really come from behind the chair at 40 years old? Because it's almost unheard of. Most of the time when we think about coming into the cosmetology industry, we think about doing this until we just literally can't do it anymore. So that means 80 years old, still clicking and turning a curling iron. A lot of us don't see ourselves being able to retire at an earlier age in life and being able to enjoy life and also still make the money to live the lifestyle that you want to live. So I've decided, because so many of you guys are interested in this, and it takes more than just a conversation. And you guys know I'm all about the education, and I'm all about taking you guys through all the steps so that you can become successful in your businesses all around. So I've decided to come up with a course just for you guys as cosmetologists that want to come into the government space and being able to have the freedom to free up some of your time from behind the chair and get to the point to where you don't have to do hair behind the chair anymore. But we also know that we have to make sure we plan. You have to have a plan of action to get you to that point to where you can literally say, I don't have to stand behind a chair anymore, but it doesn't mean that I still can't live the lifestyle that I want to live. So how do I now supplement my income from being behind the chair? So that's what I have done. And I've created a curriculum to take you through all the steps and give you all the information, all the know-how to really prepare you to walk in this government space. And because this was something that I wanted to do and it was so dear to my heart, thank God that I am linked with a government contractor who was able to really help me get here. And now I want to take that knowledge and that information and help other people in my industry to be able to do the same thing. Because you guys know our industry is completely saturated. There's a hair salon on every corner. There are barbershops on every corner. Everybody wants to do hair. You have people that are unlicensed that are doing hair. But one thing I can say, this particular space as a government contractor, not only does it help you secure the bag, but it helps you to set yourself apart from what everyone else is already in the industry doing. And it's so saturated. So now how do I become a differentiated business and still use the same skills that I have and not work so hard for the money, and be able to find a way to continuously make income that's not as much work, that's not so stressful, not so strenuous, but that I actually can still do some of the things that I love. So that's what I did as a government contractor walking in this space. I can tell you I love it. My time is freed up. I can work from home. I don't have to deal with clients on a daily basis. As a matter of fact, when I deal with the patients, I'm able to go in, do my job, do the fittings, and then that's pretty much it. I don't have to see them anymore. Once I provide the prosthetic units for them, They could take them to their stylist and get whatever they want done. But my job is very easy as a wig maker in this space. And I absolutely love it because I get to do what I'm passionate about, what I've always been passionate about, and what actually brought me into the beauty industry. So I know I talked a lot. Sorry, Kurt.
I was just listening.
So I'm gonna let Kurt also give us a little insight on this as well.
So as many of you may or may not know, I've been a government contractor since I was 17. Our firm is 10 years old. I made my first $1 million at 31, $1.4 million that year to be exact. And so when me and Keena got together, how long we been together? We've been together 4 years. We got together 4 years ago. Last year, she decided that she wanted to diversify her revenue stream. And so I took what I knew about government contracting, and I knew nothing about the cosmetology space. But we applied the same principles that we use to win millions of dollars on the IT side and the Intel side. And we applied that. We superimposed that process onto the cosmetology space. And I remember vividly one day, and I'll give you a personal testimony. I remember vividly one day, we were actually getting ready to head to the mountains. And that day, that was back in May. It was for your birthday weekend. And Keena made $200 on the way, literally going to the mountains. And so those, and she never did a service. She did it from a laptop. 3 purchase orders came in that day. We were literally on our way to the mountains. We were gonna have no cell phone reception for a week. And she made $2,100 that day. She didn't see a client. She used the system that we taught her. And those orders literally come in on a regular basis. And Keena has the Southeast on lock. But we're willing to share that information with our community, with the user community, because we do want to see people be able to actually have more than one revenue stream. Your revenue stream should not just be your chair. It should not just be retail. But of course, those are 2 important ones, but a third one can be government contracting. And so we would like to see people really obtain wealth freedom through government contracting. And the numbers are real. Like I said, it's not a strenuous process. As you guys know, Keena's not in the salon every day. She only does hair really when she wants to. Most of the time that's friends and family. But that revenue keeps coming in.
Right.
So we want to show the community how to do it. And I don't know of any other person in the community today that's teaching that. And a matter of fact, I don't even think there's a lot of cosmetologists even in that space.
There's not. And I can tell you guys, like, for a fact, how I was really able to win in this space is having a cosmetology background, because some of the other vendors that are also in the Southeast region, they don't have the cosmetology background. So what set me apart and how I really started like really winning and getting consistent orders was based off of my knowledge. And a lot of times when the orders come in, they didn't really come in right, and being able to explain the type of hair and the bases and things of that nature, being really educated on the product that I was providing is what made me different than the rest. So I kind of came in and I ain't steal it. I took it. I came in, made myself a demand. And with that process, I was able to really sell my product in a way that other people were not. On top of that, the patients then became my clients. So on top of them getting their prosthetics through the VA, after that, they wanted more. So what happened for me, now they became consistent clients buying multiple units from me after receiving just the one from the VA. So with that being said, it just became like this cycle of, how can I get another one? How can I get another texture? How many textures do you offer? Making sure that I had the proper emailing marketing that was going back and forth to the government, so that they knew that I was not just locked down to one particular type of prosthetic, that I had a variety of what I offered. And on top of that, you already know that I was going to retail the patients the proper products to use in the hair: shampoos, conditioners, shine sprays, hairsprays, things of that nature. And with that being said, I also opened myself up to do any repairs and upkeeps of their units as well. So if they did not want to shampoo and condition them themselves, they can actually they have the ability to send those units back to me, and I could treat them and do everything, set them back up and send them back. So now I have a consistent flow of income coming in from those patients that would have never known who I was ever before. Right. So for me, I was able to make that one particular thing, I was able to branch it off and make more money from it, like 2 more ways from just the initial order. And, you know, you have to be able to think on your toes. You have to be able to innovate quickly to be able to keep these processes going. So in the class, I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to teach you how to use your email marketing systems to make yourself more of a demand to the government contractors that are looking at your business.
And it's not even just the government contract. That's one piece.
That's one piece.
So how do you get into the insurance companies?
Right.
You know, with the cancer patient. So what we're going to teach is our 7-step process. So let me throw the disclaimer. I see someone up comment. They said they're going through the process now. As you know, it could be a daunting process. A lot of people have figured out how to register, but that registration is not turning into sales.
Right.
So we're going to share our proprietary list of all of the buyers worldwide in the U.S. So you do not have to limit yourself to just one market. I have the list. So I do this stuff for a living. I just happen to do it for the cosmetology industry for Keena. So in the class, we're going to give our proprietary list of all of the buyers nationwide. Now, Keena and I, before we decided to do this, was like, you know, if we do this, we turn our list over to our students. It may mean we got to go find something else to do.
And that's all right.
And we okay with that.
I realized that sometimes coming into certain spaces doesn't always mean that you're supposed to stay there. Right. In our industry, there are people that have to pave the way for others in the industry. And I understand that I am a person that is in that space. I'm here to be a game changer. Mm-hmm. I'm here to bring into my industry what's needed. I'm here to innovate. I'm here to lead, coach, and guide. And with the things that I've experienced 24 years getting ready to be in this industry, I've found so many different ways to make revenue. Mm-hmm. And I feel like in our cosmetology schools, and sometimes even in our classes that we go to at different shows, everyone is just talking about the same thing. They're just recycling information that we've heard over and over and over, but no one's being innovative in showing us how do we do other things and bring those things into our industry and make money off of them. Because the skill level that we have in terms of hair, nails, and skin, you know, there's so many things that we can offer. But do we only look at it just offering those things behind the chair and in the salon? There's so many things we can carry on outside of the salon and still make money.
Hold on. So we've said a lot, but we ain't showed them the money. So there's a bunch of offices, because they're like, well, why should I even do this? There's a bunch of offices nationwide. I don't know how many. I don't know the last count. But one office in particular, one office processed, what was the number they told me? 1,500 wigs. One office. Mm-hmm. And I ain't going to tell you what the maximum price is. But it was a lot of money, y'all.
Yes.
So if one office, one out of the hundreds nationwide processed 1,500 wigs at a maximum, can I tell them the maximum price?
No.
At the maximum price.
When you take the class, we're going to tell you the maximum price, and we're going to tell you how to price so that you can actually have more favor and more grace with dealing with them as well.
Because when we came into the space, we literally took market share from other people because we priced right.
You got to price right.
So we're going to tell you what the maximum is in our class. Mm-hmm. We're going to tell you what the rules are. We're going to show you how to eat off of the orders that they call you for, and we're going to show you how to generate your own orders.
Right. And we're
through
also
their process.
and we're also going to teach you how to have the conversations with the managers that are actually responsible
for the
purchase orders, because there is a communication, and it has to be clear in what it is that you're doing, so that they understand that you are the professional, and only thing they know is they're ordering a prosthetic. They don't know the processes. They don't understand any of that. So for me personally, to have to, I travel up and down the Southeast. When I go to these particular establishments, I go in and I do the molds of the client's head, of the patients. I'm not going to call them clients. I'm going to call them patients, of those patients' heads, because again, they have been declared that they have alopecia and their hair is not growing back.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a process that you need to go through in terms of your professionalism as a vendor, the conversations, how to have the communication back and forth, making sure that you're doing everything via email and some verbal conversations,
right,
and also making sure that your orders are processed and they are written and documented properly. There's so many learning curves that I went through, that we learned throughout this process. And in order for you to be an effective vendor that they want to continuously keep doing business with, you got to know your stuff, and you got to know the language. You got to know how to have the conversations, and you have to understand the regulations and things behind what it is that you're doing. Mm-hmm. It's not just about you providing a prosthetic unit. It's more than that. And what I can tell you as well, which is great, once you get into the space and you have the opportunity to now talk to these patients, you can do so much more with those patients, especially if you have a location in the area. They could come to you, and you can also do some different things and do scalp treatments and things like that, and add on to what you've already done, to where you put them in a mindset of, I need to go back to this girl every time it's time for me to shampoo my unit. I need to still treat my scalp, even though I may not have hair, and get this thing put back on properly. Some people like them to be attached. Some people don't like them to be attached. It just depends. And I'm going to tell you something, guys. The clientele, you would not believe. The very first patient I had, she was in her early 30s, and she has no hair at all. And to me, that was it was very sad. But a lot of these veterans have been through post-traumatic stress disorder. Some of them have had cancer. Some of them just have had just detrimental things happen to them, to where they ended up in these situations. And now that the government has funding to help them, we as cosmetologists have to step up into this space. There's not enough of us in the space. And there's not enough of us in the space that are doing things proper and being professional, to where you're continuously getting the work. That is the key. So I'm going to show you that in my class, in our class together. We're going to take you through all the steps, how to do the paperwork. Just like Yoshi says, she's having some difficulties getting through the process. There's a certain way your stuff has to look.
Yeah, and if it don't look that way,
if it don't look like that, it's not happening. And I'm telling you, the first time we did it, we got in just like that.
This is what I do.
Because that's what he does. So because that's what he does, he knew what to look for. He knew what to put in the briefings. He knew exactly what needed to be said. And it's past just doing the one piece in terms of just the initial paperwork. It's past that.
It don't take no GED to go sign up and figure out what system you need to be in to register.
Right.
But ask a better question. I pulled the numbers. There are 2,000 registered vendors in the government database for cosmetology and barber services. And I pulled the numbers last night.
Yeah.
Ain't many I'm eating.
So how is it that there's 2,000 and I was able to come in and get work just like that? And it's the way that you have to have those conversations. Is what you have to know who to email. You got to know who to respond to. When you ain't getting no response, you have to know how to go around the back door and get to the person that you really need to talk to. And if you don't really understand how that process works, then you're just going to sit on the list as a vendor.
And
that ain't serving no purpose.
What's the use of doing that?
So I've decided to, like I said, do this class because I get asked this question so many times. And to be honest with you, as a hairstylist, I have several streams of income. So for me, you know, coming from behind the chair, I had to make sure I set myself up. And this was one of the spaces that I really wanted to get into. So I was able to get into this space, and I absolutely love it. You guys know I'm an educator, so I teach. You guys know I coach. You guys know I travel. I do all kinds of things. So I really wanted this particular piece to just, you know, I wanted to get in it so that I could teach other people how to get in it.
You know, we can tell them something else. They pay up front.
Oh, yeah. The government pays up front. So you don't have to wait 30 days to get paid for any of your units. And what I do, I try to ask them per month to like group the patients together so that I wouldn't have just one order coming in at a time. So with that, it gave me the ability to be able to, you know, process more orders at one time. And it's really all in presentations. And that's what we're going to teach you in the class. I want to give away too much, because if I say too much, if you're trying to
even if we said it,
you're still going to be confused. You're still going to be confused. So yeah.
We're going to demystify the entire process. Guys, I've been in government contracting for, I'm 17, since 17. Mm-hmm. I'm 41. I've been doing this for 23 years. I don't do hair.
But I've been doing hair 23 years.
So
we were able to come together with what we knew from two different industries and just hit it,
and
collide head on.
we're going to demystify the process. Matter of fact, we're starting to sub workout to barbers.
Yes.
Because men are having hair loss as well.
Right. So y'all.
Matter of fact, true story, we got a barber who registered in the system and never got an order.
Never got an order.
So we're giving him orders.
So what I was able to do was link up with him, and just so happened, I just happened to know his people. And because I knew his people, I contacted him and was like, hey dude, like, you know, I got some orders for some men, and I need a barber to be able to service them and know what he's doing. So once I went and looked at all his work, we had this great conversation. He was able to give me, like, I was listening for certain terms. Like, he just knew exactly what to do, how to go about doing it. And, you know, with the men, it's a little different, because with the women, they could just get their units and they could put them on themselves and style them and go, or they could take it to their stylist and, you know, have some things done to it. But with a man, you know, you get the unit for the man, he can't put it on himself. So I had to be able to contract that work out to another professional. And of course I was looking for a licensed barber that was educated and knew how to put on those prosthetic units for men. So now I was able to sub out that work. So if you're a prime and you're subbing out that work, that means you still get to eat. So like, it's a whole business, y'all. It's not a game.
And just not to put the whole cat out the bag, the barbers, I ain't even gonna talk about the women. The barbers are making 17 times what they're making doing a haircut.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
17. I didn't say 5. Multiply. 17 times.
Right.
What they were making doing a haircut from one client.
Absolutely. So that also let me know there was not enough barbers in the space to where they would say, well, since he's a barber, we're going to give the work to him. They came right to your girl. And I was just like, oh, all right then. So, you know me, I had to get to thinking, like, okay, who I know, you know, who do I know that's professional? And I remembered a friend of mine telling me, yeah, my cousin, you know, he does these prosthetic units for men and stuff now. And I contacted him. I'm like, hey, dude, I got somebody, and they happen to be in the area where you are. And I want to know if I can use you to team up with me, you know, on some of this work. And he was like, yeah. So, I mean, so for a barber to go from doing what, $30, $35 on a haircut to now making, okay, all right. We're going to say in the hundreds. We gonna say
hundreds.
Yeah, several $100s now.
Almost a Gucci bag. I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and to be able to have somebody that's like, even if you're a barber, like, I don't really want to get into space, but I want the work. You still need to be familiar with the process of how everything works, you know, and get on that list of I can do that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely wanted to make sure that I put that out there for my beauty industry professionals, because this is money that we are not getting. We are not tapping into
you
this.
Told them enough. How much is the class?
Okay, so I know you guys are like, okay, you did all this. I'm interested in all this and the third. How do I get in the class? So I am going to be posting. Do we post a link?
No.
Okay, so I am going to be posting. I am going to be posting the link for you guys to register for the class and pay for the class. The class is initially this particular amount of information and everything that goes along with. This is a 4-week course, guys, a 4-week course. So this is not you getting on some live with me and I'm telling you all this stuff and I'm leaving you hanging and you don't know what to do and I'm lost. That's not what this is about. This is about me taking you through each step. So like you will literally have assignments after each class every week, and you have to come back with the proof that I've done step 1. I've done step 2. I'm now on step 3. Like you have to go through this process with me so that I can make sure that you guys have everything you need and I am setting you up for success. This is not one of those situations to where I feed you some type of pipe dream, because that ain't what this is.
But the homework is going to be set up. It's going to be tailored to push them to get to where they need to be. So it ain't going to be, multiple. No, it's going to be, we need you to fill this paperwork out. This is how you fill it out correctly.
And if you're not serious.
Who did you call? And we're going to give you the list of who to call to get your first set of orders.
Absolutely. And if you are not serious about going through the course, the full course all the way through, we're doing every single step, I don't want you to come in my class, because you don't need to pay this money, take this class, get set up, and you don't do anything with it. If you are not serious about it, I don't want you here. And what I am telling you is, when the work comes in, like especially for me, and I have an overload of work, I need to have people that I know that are listed that I can say, sis, I'm passing this on to you because you are a licensed government contractor. So, I mean, there's so many ways for us to eat, and I want y'all to get in it, and I need you to be ready for it. And I need you not to sit here and be like, oh, I can't afford to do. Well, you can't afford to do a lot of the things that you do. But when you want to do it, you do it. You find the money. And let's make sure we're not operating out of a spirit of fear and a spirit of lack. Because I'm going to tell you something. When God sets you up to get what you need so you can go to the next level, it is his job to provide for you. It is his job to help take you to the next. I'm just saying. Listen. I just have to put it out there because I'm gonna tell y'all something. I've paid thousands of dollars for classes. Okay, and when I tell you, when I take a class, I take the information and I started making it happen ASAP. I'm not one of those people that got time to be wasting my time or my money. And if I feel like I get in somebody's class and they ain't giving me what I paid for, I'm bailing out early, girl. You ain't got the sauce. And my money is too precious to be wasting on you with the foolishness. So y'all already know I provide great education. So at the end of the day, this is a $2,500 course that I'm slashing the price down.
Just for a limited amount of time. And we are not playing.
I was not gonna release this class yet. But because I get so many emails and I get so many people contacting me from the podcast and I get so many of y'all messaging me and just some of y'all are trying to figure it out. Some of you guys have already started your application, but you're lost, you're frustrated, confused, and now you like, I just don't know what to do.
Figured it out, ain't never got a phone call.
Yes. and if you have gotten in the system, but you've not gotten to work, something is wrong with your briefing statement. Something is wrong with your capability briefing. So if it's not right, you ain't gonna get no hits. So I am offering this class today for Black Friday, and I promise y'all, I ain't never doing this again because it's too much information. It is too much, and I am a firm believer that you pay for what you want. And at the end of the day, we'll sit up here and we'll spend $2,000, $3,000 on some red bottom shoes and Louis Vuitton bags, so somebody could think that we grand, and somebody could think that we a boss, and yet still you ain't making no money because Louis Vuitton can't give you no return. Okay, red bottom Louis Vuitton, he can't give you no return. So at the end of the day, I decided to slash this class down to a $1,500 cost.
It will not be that. Long.
I
am promising you.
Listen, we are real educators, so we don't be out here just taking people money. But I am slashing this price down to $1,500. I have payment plans available. It will only cost you a $500 deposit to hold your space. And like I said, I am offering 3 different payment options in terms of payment plans. If you want to pay in full today, you can. That's perfect. If you need to pay in installments, it will be a little bit more to pay in those different increments. So I have it set up to where you could do bi-weekly, you could do weekly, which is amazing for someone to be able to give you the ability to do that. And this class will never be this price again, because this was supposed to be a class that I was waiting to bring into the forefront in 2020.
You know, they teach government contracting classes for $5,000. We're giving this away. This ain't gonna last long, y'all. I promise you, you see the price in 2020. It is going to be drastically higher. Play with us if you want.
And as a matter of fact, Curtis and I, and you guys follow us on social media, you guys know that y'all saw us. We went to Jersey, we went to Rutgers, Curtis and I, and we took a business class, right? This business class was to teach us everything to go and get our product and our inventions in front of some really big name people. Tell them how much the course was.
The course was expensive. I don't even want to tell them.
And both of us took the course. And it was a 2-day course. We had to fly to Jersey, stay in a hotel. We had to eat every day. And we had to, and the class had to be paid for. So what I'm telling you guys is, if you don't pay for things, everything free ain't good. As a matter of fact, most things that are free are really not that great of quality. Okay? And I know people in the cosmetology industry that put on classes that are trash all day long. People be wasting their money because they Insta famous and they here, they do this, they do celebrities, they do this, and they go and you pay for a class and it's trash. Because you know what? Half the people ain't got no license. Half the people don't have no business ethic, and half of them really ain't getting the bag. They just finessing y'all. And then we be so caught up in, they this, and I want to say that I took so-and-so class, and you get there and you like, dang, I done paid for a flight, a room, I done paid for the class, and I could have seen this on YouTube.
Or they profit line.
Profit line.
But you know, the last class I taught, because I teach government contractors all the time, I put my taxes up there.
Exactly. So when you see somebody and we're gonna do it, I'm gonna put the numbers in
my
my PowerPoints, with my class. And
show you
my class with you guys is going to be live, okay? So when you guys get up on that feed and y'all are in this classroom setting and I show y'all the money that I've made, you're gonna be like, all right, I made the right choice. So for when Curtis does his class and he's able to show, when he made his first $1 million and how his business has continued to increase in millions.
It was $1.4 million.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
It was $1.4 million.
My bad. $1.4 million for the first year. Okay, Paula.
$1.4 million.
So what I'm telling y'all, we're not out here for the games. Like, I really am not out here for the games. I need the people in my industry to really start winning. We have to get out the mindset of being behind the chair. That is not where the bag is. You have to have multiple streams of income. Some of y'all done killed yourself all Thanksgiving weekend doing hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came in town from out of town, and some of my clients are like, dude, can you just service me? Like, these were clients that I had for years. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I did that because I wanted to really catch up with my people. It wasn't because I needed the money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sitting there saying money ain't good.
No,
but again, but wait a minute, hold on. One thing I do want to say, because I know Kurt about to give me, but I don't chase the bag chased me.
No, but you had the option.
I did have the option. Yes, absolutely.
It's better to make decisions because I have the option to do it versus I have to do it.
Yes.
Somebody else, one more person tell me,
hey, Lakeisha,
I can't do it because it's the holidays.
Right.
You was broke last.
Right. And see, and this is my thing. As cosmetologists, as hairstylists, as business owners, nail techs, barbers, makeup artists, we got to learn how to make sure that our money keeps making money. Just because you making money and you got money in a bank account don't mean that money we know how that go. Soon as something go on, I need to buy that. I need to do this. I need to do that. And that money ain't even really being replenished. And then if you do happen to replenish it, you got so many expenses and you like, dang, at the end of this, what did I really have left over in surplus? You know what I'm saying? We need to step up and we need to change how we think about our businesses. We need to change how we think about what's going on in the world as a whole, because I'm tired of people coming up in my industry getting the big piece of the pie. We only make up 25% 25% of this $500 billion industry. That's a problem.
Oh, check,
I'm mad.
Check the move. We're only taking 10 of y'all.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to say that too.
Only taking 10.
Yes.
Because this price is way too low. So, and I hope you don't sign up, by the way. Because the price will be double, if not triple, in January. For all y'all who I got to buy Junior his Christmas stuff, don't handle your business.
Yes.
Handle your business.
I mean, yeah, man. That's
no Christmas coming up. No, hey, handle your business.
And you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give a testimony. I remember one Christmas. I think my kids might have been 10 and 13 or something like that. And I remember I wanted to take this class, and y'all, for real, I was like so contemplating because I was like, dang, it's the holidays, like. I already know what I promised my kids, and I already know what I said I was going to do for them or whatever. Hold on.
Only 10. We ain't making no money on this class. 10. Once the 10 gone, the price is gone.
Curtis's head is bad. But, okay, all right. See, we only have 10 spaces available. But back to my testimony. I wanted to take this class so bad. I will never forget it, guys. And it was the holiday time, and I was like, I had promised my kids. So I sat my kids down. I was like, I got to take this class. Like, this was going to take my whole hair extensions business to a whole nother level. And basically what I was doing was I was learning how to be like a hair vendor. Like, this was 2011, 2010, 2011-ish, before the whole weave game. I was the first salon in Charleston to sell bundles. I was the first salon in Charleston to sell real virgin hair. Okay, real. So I had to go spend this money and take this class. So I sat my kids down. I was like, listen, I know y'all wanted all this stuff for Christmas. Y'all still getting some of these things, but y'all need to go on and break this list down. You get 5 and you get 5, and that's it. Mama got stuff to do. And I said, and Mama need to make money. And you know what my kids said? You know what? You know what my kids said?
I am so serious.
You know what my kids said? I didn't think my kids would understand, but my kids said, Mommy, you a single mom. We understand that you want to take care of us, so go take your class. And honestly, I didn't.
The whole government list, all 50 states. 10 of y'all. Play with me if y'all want to. 10.
10.
I'm not diluting my work share. 10.
And I'm being a blessing. I'm being a blessing because I had already said, when I released this in 2020, I already had, the Lord gave me a price because I was like, hey, I
this
go.
Ain't it.
And guess what? I go to the Lord before I do anything.
This ain't the price.
Y'all know I'm a firm believer in the word, and I'm a firm believer in God being my father, and he is the CEO and founder of the Retail Boss. I just manage this thing. So I said, God, what does the price for this class
It did not start with a 1.
It didn't. So he gave me that price. But and as time has gone on, I already had a time frame when I was going to release this class and everything. And so as time went on, and I started getting all these emails, and people contact me from the podcast, and they're like, I really want to learn, I really want to go, I really want this class, when are you going to do this thing? And the Lord put it on my heart to go ahead on and do it and discount it, and not really so much. Okay, I'm gonna take that back. Hold on. I'm gonna take that back. I'm not discounting the class because I'm not discounting what come with the class or the work ethic behind the class. But what I am doing, I am sowing a seed to y'all.
It's $1,000.
I am sowing a seed. Least. This is pretty much $1,000 scholarship that you guys will be getting towards this class. And so, like I said earlier, we only have 10 spaces available. And this is going to be a small class. 10 spaces available. $500 will secure your spot. And like I said, I have 3 payment options available. So you need to break your things down so that way you can afford it. I don't have a problem with that at all. So let me know that you are interested. I seen some of your hands that went up. We did put the link down in the comments. For everybody that responded, I will be getting back to you personally once I get off of this live. And I'm telling you guys right now, I probably wouldn't. Ain't no problem. I know I'm not
doing this again.
I know I'm not
for this price.
I know I'm not. Curtis, I'm gonna need you to digress. Okay. I know I probably will not do this class for this price again because
we losing tickets.
I understand. What I am saying is, I am a giver. And I'm giving. I'm literally.
We won't be mad if y'all don't sign up, by the way. Cause you can come back next year when you got your Christmas shopping. You can come back next year. You can pay at least double. So we're not gonna get upset if you don't sign up. I promise you.
And I'm gonna tell you something. We gotta learn how to really put our money to use in a way that's really gonna help to advance our career, our lives, and our businesses. Because when these other businesses out here today, all we were doing, I was in front of the computer while people was out shopping. I was doing email marketing. I was working. Okay, so while other people were out doing their things, I got a podcast. I got a bunch of stuff. I was working. So what I'm telling you guys is, why invest in somebody else's business and not invest in your own? I think that is the dumbest thing in the world that we can actually sit up here and do. And if you were in the shop today, good job. If you were in the shop yesterday, not yesterday, it was Thanksgiving, but all week long, everybody was on the hustle. Yeah, some people wasn't in shops yesterday. Everybody was on the hustle. Everybody on the grind. I don't believe in hustling and grinding no more. I did that. And when I was out there hustling and grinding, I was grinding my back muscles down, okay? To the point where I got sciatic nerve damage. I was out there grinding so hard, I wasn't getting no sleep and almost developed high blood pressure. That's what hustling and grinding get you. That's a lie from the pit. And so many people sell that like, I'm a boss. I do this. I grind. I don't sleep. No, baby girl, I need my sleep. Because when I'm sleeping and my body is resting, my body has the ability to rejuvenate itself so that I can go out here and do my job effectively. So all of that hustling and grinding, that mentality is really whack and is really played out. And I really hope that business people stop using that as a gimmick, because it don't mean nothing, but you are killing yourself. You are killing yourself. So we got to get to the point to where we put our dollars to use more effectively. We learn how to have multiple streams of income, so we ain't got to be out here getting in all these MLMs, because the multi-level businesses, you know how that do. Them MLMs, you get in it, and then it's like, I'm at the bottom of the tier, or I'm at the middle of the tier. I got to get 20 more people. I've done that. That stuff do not work for me. That stuff ain't never worked for me. You're building somebody else's business. And I'm not saying you can't make no money, because when I was doing like TLC products and stuff, yeah, I made some money, but it wasn't enough for all the hard work I was putting in. I said, man, bump this. I'm tired of this. So you know what I did when I was in TLC? I bought the products and I put them on my shelf and I retailed them bad boys. I didn't care about signing up another person to be a distributor and be a rep. And it was like, well, you got all these cosmetologists in your network. You could be making money off of all of them. I said, I ain't about that. I ain't about trying to make money off of people. I'm about people making money off of their money. That's what I'm about. I am a true, natural born educator. That is what I was put on this earth to do. And I'm telling you guys, I love it. I ain't here for no trickery. I don't use no witchcraft. I don't do none of that. When I tell you I love God, I love him. And I'm going to serve him to the day that I die. So I can't sit up here and tell you ain't going to get a little mix of the Lord up in this, because you going to get that. Because without him, I don't even know how people can be an entrepreneur without God. Like, for real, for real. I don't know. Can I talk about it? Because Jesus himself, when he walked on this earth, Jesus was an entrepreneur, and all of his friends was too. Them disciples was lawyers, doctors, accountants, tax people,
business
fishes.
Fishes was like
they was fishermen.
The Jeff Bezos of their day.
Come on now. I'm just saying, like, we gotta start looking at these stories in the word a little differently versus, we want to sit there and hear people preach on the word, but we don't even understand how to apply it to our businesses.
Remember he said it's harder for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. And they said, hold
up,
what you talking about?
What you talking about?
They like, hold up, we all rich. What you talking
right,
about?
what you saying?
What you saying? was upset.
They was upset. They was even more upset when Jesus told them, hey, let me tell you something. Drop your money bags and follow me. And they like, what? Like, what you saying? Like, I'm a whole doctor over here. I'm a whole lawyer over here. Yeah. I'm the tax man. I go get people money. And you telling me to drop my money and follow you?
And after it was over, he said, you can pick your money back.
Now you can pick your money bags back up.
Did you lose anything? When you was rocking with
the kids?
It was like, no, man, we suffered no loss.
And is you losing anything by rocking with your girl? And I ain't saying I'm Jesus, but what I am saying is, God made us in his own image and his own likeness to walk this earth just like Jesus did. And I take dominion over my industry. I take dominion over everybody that sits in my classes, sits under my tutelage. Every single person in my coaching group, all of them prospering. All of them prospering. Let me tell you something. If you did not get in my coaching group in 2019, baby, you missed that.
And that price went up too.
You missed that. You missed that, because when I tell you there are there are young ladies that are in my coaching group that have been under my tutelage, getting ready to be a year in February. That whole first group is getting ready to graduate, okay? Those young ladies, some of them wasn't retailing nothing. Mm-hmm. Some of them wasn't retailing at all. So now they done went to Miss Keena, I'm making $500-$600 extra a week. Then I had a young lady, she made one sale to somebody, $700 in retail, one sale. And then I have a young lady, she had this goal, she had a huge goal. She was like, Miss Keena, I want to hit this $20,000, $30,000 by the end of the year. I mean, I'm in it now, so I got to find a way to get it. Y'all, she only $7,000 away from her goal. And we ain't at the end of the year yet. I said, you ain't got nothing but time and opportunity.
A $30,000 goal?
Yes.
$7,000.
She's only $7,000 away from her goal. That's all year. And this was extra money that she was able to put in the bank. She didn't have to spend a dime of it. I showed her how I had my system where I teach you how to take a certain amount of that money, invest it back into your business, and then I show you how to take money out of that money, invest it over here so that your money can keep making money while you still over here retailing and you still over here doing services at the same time. And I teach people how to bundle things together so you're not just out here selling onesies all by itself and not thinking about how does my product work with the services that I offer. Like categorizing things. Now I'm giving y'all too much. Okay, I'm about to stop. But what I am telling you guys is the investment in yourself and in your business is priceless.
It's the best. Warren Buffett said the number one investment, he's like the number 3 richest man in the world right now. He said the number one investment you can make ever is in you.
Is in you. It does not depreciate in value.
This is a billionaire telling you the number one investment you can make. He didn't say real estate. He didn't say stocks. He didn't say commodities. He didn't say futures, oil, gas. He said it's in you. It's in you. I agree. And I know I've spent millions. I know I've at least spent $1 million on education since I've been in the beauty industry, 24 years. I probably spent $1 million.
Yeah.
In educating myself over the last 23, 24, 25 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why we're able to teach all this stuff.
Exactly.
And that's why we do not really discount our prices often.
So this is not a discounted price. This is Keena. Keena is sewing back into her industry. I am sewing back into you guys' life, and I just want to make sure that you guys take advantage of it. And guess what? If you like, hey sis, I want to take the class. I don't really have the money right now today. As a matter of fact, I got this. Can you work with me? Can this hold my spot? Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but opportunity. I tell my kids all the time, just because somebody say something, you never take no for an answer. Like, never just be like, oh, well, I can't do it then. No, you go to that person. I tell my kids all the time, go to your teacher and say, hey, how can you work? How can we work together so I can get a better grade on this test? Because obviously I did horrible here, and I am in control of my future. So how can we work together? How can you help a brother out? How can you help a sister out? And guess what? A closed mouth don't get fed. So if anybody knows me, truly knows me, knows that I am all about my industry. So there is nothing to stand in the way of your success but you.
And I'm gonna say this, we truly are giving people, but we only want serious inquiries. So if you're not,
you gotta have to do the work.
If you ain't serious, don't waste our time, don't waste yours, and don't waste your money. So we only want serious folks.
Yes.
If you ain't serious, save us all.
Yes.
The headache.
Right.
For real.
Yes.
So, my stuff is proven. In my classes, I throw my numbers up there.
Yep.
Again, like Keena said, I made my first $1 million at 31 years of age. So we don't need your money. We just want to provide some value to the community. But anything that is free has no value.
That's true.
So we can't just get us stuff away for free, because I done that too. And then you go and teach your hard and soda folks, and then they did nothing with it. That's a slap in the face.
Yeah,
So
and most people,
we don't do that.
most people that don't invest in their education, like when you go take a free class, it's kind of like, it's right, and then don't do nothing with it. But when you done paid your hard work earned money, you like, listen.
We charge that way to the people who are taking the education will take it seriously.
Take it seriously.
We've taught this stuff to people, and I have personally walked people to their first $1 million, personally, in some form of government contracting.
Yep.
So, but
as a matter of fact,
go ahead.
The last person that Kurt helped make a millionaire was a female.
Yeah.
From the government contracting space, not on this side of what we're doing in terms of cosmetology, but on the other aspects of government contracting, and she was a female. You know what I'm saying? Like, this thing ain't got no limits on it.
It ain't got no color.
It ain't got no
and
color.
She's a black female.
None of that.
No matter.
Yes. So,
white, black, green, blue. You can multiply, divide, add, subtract,
right,
and write incomplete sentences. You can do this.
And you guys have been hearing me talk about for the past year. You guys have heard me talk about over and over and over how to bring into our industry things that are missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, why so many entrepreneurs are coming to the beauty industry space and they taking over. So now here I am constantly practicing what I preach, telling you guys, showing y'all the way of how I've been going outside of the realm of cosmetology and bringing things from other avenues and other business entities into the cosmetology industry. And when I tell you, I've not just done it with just the government contracting, but I've also done it in podcasting. I've also done it with, y'all seen this Women's Expo that I just got finished doing. You know, it's so many things. I'm now published author. Like, the list goes on.
She got another company y'all can hear about early next
year. I got two more businesses that are getting ready to unleash in 2020.
First quarter.
That, I mean, when this thing hit, y'all gonna be like, sis, I didn't even see it coming. Because you got to go outside and bring it in. Because right now, like I said a few minutes ago, we literally only make up 25% of this $500 billion industry. 25%. That's sad. That's sad. We should be dominating way more than that. And when we did the numbers, the government's numbers say that we should be making 175,000.
It said we looked at the numbers and we said if everybody got their fair share of the 25%, which made up cosmetology and barbers, service,
nail techs,
yes,
and makeup artistry,
right, it would have been $179,000 a person, and we know everybody ain't making that. So if you ain't getting your share, who is?
Who is getting your share? Who getting your share? I just want to know. And we got to start winning. So, listen, guys, we done talked to y'all for 52 minutes and 37 seconds. We on Facebook and Instagram at the same doggone time. So, y'all got the message. That's what it is. If you guys want more information from me, you know how to find me. I will be responding to everybody who raised their hand down in the comments. I will also be personally reaching out to you via email with the information as well.
10 spaces.
There's only 10 spaces available for this virtual hands-on class, taking you step by step by step how to become a government contractor as a cosmetologist, how to make an additional stream of income within your business in a different space. And I'm giving you all the ends. And when I say all the ends and taking you step by step by step, it's going to be an amazing process. You guys won't have to be scratching your head trying to figure out how come I'm not getting no hits? Why isn't anybody responding? I don't even know what my paperwork is. I don't even know what to do at this time. I don't even know who to contact. Because if you don't know who to contact within the Southeast region, you ain't going to make no money.
Again,
or wherever you are, whatever you are.
Whole nationwide list.
We do.
So I don't care if you're in Alaska, Hawaii, Nevada. I got the folks that you need to contact in your zip code.
That's
got the nationwide list.
Absolutely.
Which I'm going to distribute in our class.
That's right. So
only for your geographic area.
So it's time to, make these moves out here. Because guess what? scared money don't make no money. And that ain't the first time you heard me say it, and I'm going to keep saying it until y'all get it in y'all head. You cannot sit back on your investment because I'm afraid to step out. You already done stepped out. You started in this industry, and you guys already know that's a whole faith move by itself. So you are not watching this live by chance. Make sure you share it with your friends. If you know anybody that's in the cosmetology industry that is struggling in their business, tired of being sick and tired, working in the shop, breaking their back down to nothing, and you just tired of hearing them complain, you need to send them this live and be like, listen, you need to go and learn. You need to take a class. You need to learn from somebody that's doing some other things in the industry to make some money so you can free up some space and spend time with your husband, spend time with your kids, and just learn how to live and enjoy life. And that's just what it is. Okay? So thank you guys so much for joining.
On the way to the mountains, you too can make $2,100 getting in your car.
I'm going to tell you guys something. When those orders start coming through and you're like, wow. And what I can say I like more than anything about being in this space is the government, when they send over the orders. So if you got like 5.
They send the credit card number.
If you got like 5 orders, they tell you, hey, you have 24 hours to charge the card. So as soon as you charge the card, and you have to make sure, I'm going to take you through making sure your systems are set up properly. You know what I'm saying?
Because you got to keep your audit trail together just in case they want to come back.
Right.
So
and so when they say charge that card and you charge that card, that money goes to your bank account instantly.
So check the move. You get the charge within 24 hours of getting your order, and you got 30 days.
You have 30 days to fulfill your order. So can you imagine?
So we literally fulfilled the orders and went on vacation.
Okay.
And fixed them when we came back.
Yeah, I mean, it's true because we were on our way out of town. So I was like, oh, well, I got 30 days to fill these orders. So I'm on my way out the door. So I had to go, handle my business. I was going out of town. So that's it. And guess what? Everybody wants to live a certain type of lifestyle. And in order for you to do that, you have to be exposed. If you don't expose yourself to nothing, you ain't going to never change. If only thing you're exposed to is the people that's in your immediate circle, the people that work in your shop, y'all all doing the same thing. Ain't nobody out here making no kind of moves. That has to be extremely boring, and you're not gonna go anywhere. You're gonna stay stagnant until you start exposing yourself. You have to expose yourself. Okay, Curtis, we heard you. Curtis is working me over here, okay? Yes, we're gonna have 10 spaces. Y'all know that. So make sure that you contact me. And guess what? Like I said, I had payment plans available, and there's nothing that I can't really work out. So if you're like, well, I don't know if I'm going to have it by a certain amount of time or whatever. Once I start posting about it and I close out the class, the next time y'all see that class again, it'll be back at its original price because I am literally giving away $1,000 scholarship for this class. Like, no joke. So share and jump on it while you guys can. So I'm looking forward to educating you. I'm looking forward to making sure you have all of your articles together. I'm looking forward to you guys becoming a part of this particular space in the government and agencies, and looking forward to seeing you guys win. So let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get it. You got to start some stuff before the new year. And I mean, last year, this time, I launched a podcast with 0 listeners. Launched a podcast. Just listen.
No, they're going to wait to 2020.
I didn't wait to 2020. And what happened? I have over what?
Thousands of downloads.
Like 10,000 something subscribers now. So like God did that. So what y'all waiting on? And was it an investment? Yes. Because I had to buy equipment and other things and classes. You just don't go out here and just start doing stuff and you're not educated. So that's it. And God did that thing. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining us for another live. We're getting ready to sign off. And if you got questions, you know how to contact me. If you want to DM me, you can. Otherwise, you can also email me at Kina@retailbossbiz.com. You can send me an email, or you can go to my website at retailbossbiz.com as well. And just hit me up. Hit the contact button. Put your information in there, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But we did drop the link, and I will be posting as well once I get off the live. All right? So we talk to you guys soon. Have a blessed week. It's time for Christmas. I don't know about nobody else, and my kids was talking trash about me because I was putting up Christmas decorations, and they was just like, we just finished Thanksgiving. But, hey, that's just me. I love it. So I will see you guys soon. Thank you guys so much, and enjoy your evening. Be safe. Peace and love out there for you guys. All right. Take care. Bye.